All Elite Wrestling surely had a hell of a year. 2022 was filled with surprises, great matches, incredible stories, and even some drama. But what was the absolute best? At least according to me. Hey there, everyone. I am back with another top 10 video, and this time I am breaking down my top 10 favorite AEW moments of 2022. It was very hard to select just 10, so if yours isn't on the list, make sure to drop it in the comments section below. Now, scissor me daddy ass, and let's get this list started. Number 10. I'm going to kick off this list with Thunder Rosa winning the AEW Women's World Championship at AEW Dynamite St. Patrick's Day Slam after defeating her longtime rival, Dr. Britt Baker, in a steel cage match. I felt that so many of us were waiting for the moment that Thunder Rosa would finally become AEW Women's World Champion. And when she did, it felt like such a feel-good moment. So many people were so happy when this happened. And when I thought back to many of these moments for the year, this was one that immediately popped into my head. Number 9. Cody Rhodes' last AEW match against Sammy Guevara in a ladder match for the TNT Championship unification that took place at Beach Break. If you watch this match, then you know exactly why. They had some crazy moments in this match. This match to me put Sammy on a whole other level, and it was also the perfect last match for Cody's AEW run. Number Ocho. This spot I'm giving to Adam Page as AEW World Champion. Now, I know some people criticize Page's reign as champion, but I truly enjoyed so many of the matches that he had as AEW World Champ. Everything from his match with Bryan Danielson to the Texas Death matches that he had with Lance Archer and Adam Cole and several others. I think that he truly deserves to be shouted out for the work he did as AEW World Champion. Number 7. This next one absolutely had me marking out at AEW Revolution. And it was the Face of the Revolution ladder match for a future AEW TNT Championship match where we saw Wardlow defeat Christian Cage, Keith Lee, Orange Cassidy, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Ricky Starks. The reason I love this match is because they got super creative with this match, and we saw so many cool spots. This was the kind of match that turns casuals into fans because they created so many moments with this one. Number 6. And I'm sticking with AEW Revolution because I had to make sure I added this match. CM Punk versus MJF in a dog collar match. I'm so glad that we got to see CM Punk and MJF work together in AEW because it truly was a gem. A phenomenal feud that ended in a very violent and bloody match. I loved the build up to this match because we got some great promo work between these two that started the year prior and stayed hot till their dog collar match. This was also the match that saw Wardlow turn on MJF, costing him the match, and it garnered such a great reaction and was just some really enjoyable storytelling. Number 5. The spot on this list is going to one of my favorite promos ever. From the October 18th episode of AEW Dynamite, MJF's heated promo with William Regal. This one was the one where MJF talked about his WWE tryout and how William Regal basically sent him an email saying that he wasn't a star, so they weren't going to hire him. MJF yelled in the face of Regal and told him that email made him want to kill himself. This was a 15-minute promo by MJF that flew by and kept me hanging on to every word. Personally, my favorite thing about MJF promos is that he doesn't just shout words, but he tells you a story. He captures you, and then the promos just keep building and building. I also like that Regal held his own in this promo and fired back at MJF. This was absolutely good television and unforgettable television at that. This was something that I knew was going to be on the list right away. But now on to my number 4. Next up on this list is a specific moment that led to even more awesome stuff. That was the return of the Elite at AEW Full Gear against the Death Triangle, and having the Death Triangle defeat them to retain the Trios Championship. The match was really entertaining, but I still remember how hard I popped when the Death Triangle got the win. It made for an epic and unexpected moment. This, of course, led to the Best of 7 series. We have gotten so much good stuff with all these guys. I have been loving every single minute of it. And I'm so excited that next year I get to watch match 7 at the Forum in Los Angeles. Number 3. I'm giving to the Anarchy in the Arena match that took place at AEW Double or Nothing between the Jericho Appreciation Society and the team of Bryan Danielson, Eddie Kingston, Jon Moxley, Ortiz, and Santana. I was in the crowd for this, and it felt like a hybrid of a wrestling show and a rock concert because you were getting violence all over the place. You didn't even know where to look, and then the music was playing for a good majority of the time. It just felt awesome, and you knew you were getting a once in a lifetime experience with this match. Number 2. My second favorite moment took place at AEW Double or Nothing. CM Punk wrestled our favorite cowboy, Hangman Adam Page, and became AEW World Champion for the very first time. Now, I know what you're thinking. Denise, things didn't exactly work out for CM Punk as champ. Regardless of that, we didn't know that when he actually won the title, and it felt so awesome to see him hold the championship after being out of wrestling for so long. I am a big CM Punk fan, and I truly didn't know if he would ever be back. So when he did and then won the title, it was magic, which is why it's taking the second spot. Number 1. The number 1 spot had to be extraordinary. It could not be mid whatsoever. And I think you know where I'm going with this one. It is MJF's promo that he cut at the first ever AEW Dynamite live from Los Angeles. And I was there. MJF had a year unlike any other. He started the year feuding with one of AEW's biggest signings ever, CM Punk, that culminated in a brutal dog collar match at AEW Revolution, with his buddy Wardlow then turning on him. Then fast forward to Double or Nothing, drama circulated the night before the show after MJF no-showed a meet and greet, and reports followed that he had purchased a plane ticket and nobody knew if he was going to show up to wrestle Wardlow. Then came the LA Dynamite show, where he completely went off on AEW and Tony Khan. In this promo, he said that nobody is on his level and everything he touches turns to gold, that he hits grand slams every week, and that he's the only guy capable of holding AEW on his back. He then says he doesn't want to be part of AEW anymore. He trashes the fans, tells them their opinion sucks. He says he's the best in the world, that he's a generational talent, and that the people and Tony Khan take him for granted. He then talks about money and that Tony Khan hoards money for ex-WWE guys that keep coming in that can't even lace his boots. He asked Tony if he would treat him better if he was an ex-WWE guy. On top of that, he closes it out by telling Tony he wants him to fire him, and then calls Tony a mark. And then he walks out through the crowd, and during the commercial break, you just see CM Punk kind of going after him. This was a brilliant moment because nobody knew what was going on, what was storyline, and what wasn't. MJF made a lot of good points in this promo, and the crowd was going absolutely nuts. One second, they would be telling MJF to shut up, and the other, they were cheering for him. It was one of the most exhilarating moments that I have ever experienced live, and it definitely had to top my list of best AEW 2022 moments. Okay, this video was so much fun. I had a phenomenal time going back and rewatching, re-experiencing so many of these moments. Which moments from AEW made your list for the top 10 of 2022? Please go ahead and let me know in the comment section below, and I will be reading them. If you tuned into this video, thank you so much. Before you go, don't forget to click subscribe, and I'll catch you on more videos.